even though he entered camp as the backup to Russ. Steelers head to Indy Sunday afternoon, and Justin will start, but Tomlin doesn't need to name him the starter, okay? Take a listen.
What more do you need to see from Justin? Why not name him the starting quarterback going forward?
Because there's no need. I explained to you the variables of the week. It has not changed. When Russ gets to an appropriate point of health and we have a decision to make, I'll make it and I'll announce it and I'll be really transparent about it. But until then, I don't care how many ways you guys ask me. I got no intentions of making a decision that's unnecessary at this juncture.
Okay. Brew, does Fields deserve to be the permanent starter?
Well, first, I think Mike Tomlin is handling this perfectly. Like, he's absolutely right. I don't need to say a thing.
That's right.
He's our quarterback right now. The other guy's hurt, can't play. Well, why start something? I get asking him about it, but to me, this is the crux of the matter. Because if Justin is playing very well, he's playing solid football.
For Justin.
Yeah, for him, he's playing very well. Sure. I agree. They're obviously undefeated. If he continues to play just this way, not even improving a lot, but just doesn't turn the ball over, continues to play well, I would keep him in even when Russ is healthy. To me, though, the crux of the matter is the only way I say, like, he's definitely my starter for the rest of the season is if he's convinced you that he's your quarterback of the future. What? And I don't think he's done enough to do that. Like,
he's better than Russell Wilson.
Hold on. First of all, that's your opinion. That's not a fact. I mean, it's just true.
The whole show is opinion now.
No, but I'm just saying, you said it like it was a fact. No, you said it like it's a fact. And here's the facts. Let's look, since you brought it up. This is Justin Fields compared to Russell Wilson last year. Russ has got him beaten yards per game. He's got Russ in completion percentage. Russ got a better passer rating. Justin Fields is on pace to throw 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions over 17 games. Russ had 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions last year. So if you you said you weren't impressed by Russ last year, even despite the numbers, but the numbers are factual. And the one thing I didn't like about Russ last year is
they lost his job.
He was only throwing for 200 yards.
Yeah.
But 200 yards, I mean, Justin Fields would die for 200 yards a game passing.
I think he's thrilled
and
with how he's
26 touchdowns.
But
I'm saying if you take what Russ did last year with this Steelers team, they're better.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Why not?
Because he wasn't playing winning football. That's why
he didn't have a defense that was giving up 8 points a game.
True, there is a reason that Sean Payton
because he wasn't playing $80 million football or $200 million, whatever
is
they
what they're
owed him.
paying him to not be there. The cap hit this year is more for him not to be there than for him to play for them. Listen, it's very simple. Russ is old, slow, now injury prone, and not good. So Justin is going to be the starting quarterback. Like, I can't, it is beyond.
If he has 3 straight bad games, you don't think they would go to Russ and they lose 2 or 3 of them?
But he's going to, even if that were to happen weeks 12 through 14 or whatever, the point I'm making is when Russ is fully healthy, Mike Tomlin is going to go to the press conference and say, Justin Fields is our starter the rest of the year. Now,
I don't know about. I think you'll say he's our starter.
To name him our
he's our starter.
Well,
I don't know about the rest of the year.
Look, I think what Mike Tomlin is doing is fair. Who am I to judge what he's doing? He's a coach. He's done more with less than almost any coach. You can argue Andy Reid. Sure. But when your offense is not putting up numbers, I get it. He's not turning the ball over. Arthur Smith is doing a tremendous job of getting the most out of what we've seen. Justin Fields playing clean football, not taking sacks, not turning the ball over. All that's great. But there's going to come a point in time when that defense is giving up more than just 8, 9, 10 points a game.
100%.
You're going to have to score. You can roll the dice because your defense is so good and insert Russ if you so choose, if he comes back healthy, just to see.
So you would
yes,
because I would keep
because his defense is playing so great. Like, you're not scoring a bunch of points anyway. What are you really truly disrupting?
Russell Wilson's been awful for 2 years, and this year he's hurt.
Last year he was better than Justin Fields is this year.
See, I'm not going off of last year. I'm just saying because they haven't decided who they're moving forward with. And
Greg Jennings. Josh Allen's rolling, leads the league in passer rating by a healthy margin. He's thrown 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, only been sacked twice. His teammates, high praise. Personally, I think he's the best quarterback in the league, says Cam Lewis. Are we putting Cam Lewis on the board? Maybe.
What? I'll keep going.
He's just special. This is from David Edwards. What he does throwing the ball, it's really hard to describe how good of a player he is. I think he's one of the all-time greats. Wow. Is the hype around Josh too high at this point? One of the all-time greats. Football history.
So Brew was looking around the studio saying, "Is the board?"
I'm shocked that the board is. It's got to be board.
No, it's not. It's not on the board. I'm gonna let. They're on a bit of a sugar high. It's his own teammate. It's not Jordan Poyer, who's a former teammate, saying he's the best quarterback in the league. It's not Jamar Chase saying he won't even say Mahomes' name like he's Candyman staring into the bathroom mirror. So that's fine. Cam Lewis can say what he wants. And I don't even have a problem with it. But this is where we get ahead of ourselves. And you can kind of set your watch to it. Now, again, to remind the audience, I picked the Bills to win this division. You'll see where they are in tiers. Yesterday, I said they reminded me of the 2022 Chiefs, whose quarterback won the MVP, they led the league in points, and they won the Super Bowl. But we have seen this beginning of the season story before.
That's true.
And we can show you 3 of the last 4 years, Josh Allen's first 3 games
September chance.
look a lot like
real.
this.
Right.
And while the passer rating is higher than ever before, the yards are markedly lower. I mean,
week 2, he kind of
week 2 he had 139 passing yards and 2 yards rushing. Now he was, I thought, excellent in week 1. And basically played a perfect first half in week 3.
Did what he needed.
And
week
the game
2,
was
he
over.
just did what he needed to do.
Right, week 2, that was the Tua game, and they ran the ball, whatever it is. But the all-time great thing is a bridge too far. And it is same with how I feel when Brew talks about the Hall of Fame, which is, do I think Josh Allen is a smart bet to make the Hall of Fame? Yes. But that's because I think eventually he is going to get some of the accolades that currently he does not have. So he is not yet an all-time great. Is Cam Newton an all-time great, Brew?
No.
No. Okay, he's got an MVP, he's been to a Super Bowl.
I say yes.
No, he's a kind of an icon, not an all-time great. Is Matt Ryan an all-time great?
No.
Okay, he's got an MVP, he's been to a Super Bowl. Is Phillip Rivers an all-time great? Phillip Rivers' resume matches right up to Josh Allen, and statistically speaking as well, not with the running, but with gaudier passing stats. No. So will he one day be an all-time great? Probably. Right now there are 2 all-time greats playing quarterback, Mahomes and Rodgers. That's it. Stafford is not an all-time great. I love him, and maybe he will be one day, and he's won a Super Bowl. Lamar is in a tricky spot.
I mentioned him before Stafford.
Lamar's got 2 MVPs. Okay, sure. So throw him in there.
But look,
he's not there yet. That's where it's too far.
I agree with you because even though I've said I'm projecting, obviously. I mean, if Josh Allen fell off, he, at this moment or next season, he wouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
But what if he does the exact same the next 6 years, this year's?
He's a Hall of Famer. See, I don't just base it this is where I don't just base everything off of accolades. All right, like Steve Nash has 2 MVPs. He was never even the best player in the league in the NBA. So I don't just base it off, you got so many MVPs or so many Super Bowl appearances. Watching this dude play, and I agree, you can't call him an all-time great. I agree with that. But watching the way he plays, if he does this, doesn't win a Super Bowl for the next 6 years,
never gets to one,
he will still be, to me, a Hall of Famer because he is perennially one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league.
Correct.
He has everything put on his shoulders. Only him and Mahomes have this much put on their shoulders. And
Lamar's got quite a bit, just to be fair, put on his shoulders.
But I don't think he has as much as you can argue that. That's fine. But this guy is awesome. But and I think I feel strongly. I don't have any problem saying I think he's a future Hall of Famer because when we look back at this era, we're going to say, yeah, it was the Mahomes era, but Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, they were awesome.
Yeah.
And so I think he's a future Hall of Famer, but no, he's not the best quarterback in the league. And I don't like calling him an all-time great after